Hello there, this is Minerva Isabel Goree. Sometimes people know me by Minerva Goree, especially for my channel's math schedules that I became very popular. And people and engineers all over the world have watched those videos on project planning for aerospace and other industries. So you can go check that out on YouTube. I did take down most of my videos. There's a few, sorry. Anyway, I have many other channels. Today we're going to be talking about power inversion. So what does that mean? It means that we're going to take power from one place and then we're going to convert it with the machine and then use it in something else. What does that mean? Well, there's different connections that we have, sometimes to energy, sometimes to a solar panel, and we need to convert it or invert it to other powers of things that we need to use for appliances and things like that. So here we are with this thing that I have right here. It's called a 500 power inverter. So it's 500 watt power inverter, and the brand is Vector. There's many brands and there's many things that you can use. Many different types of brands have different applications to use with your power inversion. So I also have here a lithium power battery. I really love these batteries. You can find them almost anywhere. You can find them at Walmart. I don't know, you can find them at Target. If they have a car section, maybe they have lithium batteries because it's very similar to a car battery. Then I also have here my connector to my phone because I'm going to charge my phone with just this, and I can use this anywhere. I don't need a wall. I could be at the mall maybe. I don't know if they'll like it for you to use it at the mall, but technically this can be used at the mall and you can be charging your phone. You can be charging your phone in the car this way, but instead of using it, instead of using the battery, the lithium battery, you can use a car charger that comes with this inverter to take power from the car to your USB if you don't have a car charger, and then you can connect it. Anyway, I'm gonna take things out so you can see them. Let me take a little bit of my coffee. This is the second time I do this video, so it's not coming out as natural as I like. It's more practiced, so you see it more practiced. Anyway, here is the box. And the reason I have to redo this video is because somehow my table wasn't showing at all the things I wanted to show. I didn't notice that, so sometimes you need to pay more attention to the details. And us engineers and mathematicians work into the details, but sometimes we get distracted and we go really fast and then we forget. So then I noticed, and so here we are. So this brand is Vector, and this is a power inverter. So this is a 500 watt power inverter. It is 120 volts and it is AC power. So this outlet right here, two that look like for your wall that you would connect your applications, your coffee maker, your computer, your phone. These are called AC power. This also has two USB ports. This is a more older version of USB ports, but if you get one that connects to your particular phone or your particular computer, you can use it on here as well. It comes with two different adapters for energy. So you have this that goes to a battery. Any type of battery would do. That is like a car battery. So we have the lithium battery that looks like a car battery and this one. And so then we have the car charger. You do not need the lithium battery if you're using the car charger. And then you can carry this power inverter to actually connect your laptop with it. You can connect a coffee maker. You can connect a tea kettle, electrical tea kettle, to boil water to make instant coffee and things like that, or soup when you are going to the park or you're going to the beach or you're going camping. So it's very awesome. Here you'll see in the pictures that it does indicate, let me see if I can get closer, that it is for a camera, I think, video games, phones, computers, and then electrical tool machines. So this kind of thing is very popular with construction workers, because then you can do all the work that you need to do where you're on site and there is no electricity. So anyway, I'm going to put this down, and then we're going to look at my awesome lithium battery. This one in particular I got at Cabela's, which is a hunting store, it's a fishing store, and that's their main business, but they have all these other awesome things in there. So you can find this actually in the fishing area for boats and things like that. So they have lithium batteries there. So anyway, you can also find it at Walmart in the car battery section or the car section, where they have all these things and accessories for your car. They also have tires and things in some Walmarts. And so here is this is the name of it, so don't mind it too much. It says tracker lithium. You're not tracking anything, you're just getting your battery. So this is a lithium iron phosphate battery, and it is rechargeable. And so here it says it's 12 volts and it is 12 amps. So it does matter the ampage. There are some that are 6 amps. There's another one, I think there's 18 amps. I didn't know exactly what's the difference, because when you actually look at the literature online, it doesn't explain it very well. So I do want to do testing to see which one runs how long with certain applications like a laptop or a phone. Then you can get a good idea of how long the battery lasts for each ampage at 12 volts. So that's what we have. And like I said, I'm just using this for my phone. I have Android, so I'm using a USB connection that goes into my power inverter. And then I'm using this Android connection. You may use one for Apple, so you have to have your Apple, but this is more universal, so it's good that the power inverter has the universal one. It also can connect directly to your computer if you have one of these USBs that can go into your computer. All right, so that's what we have. And then I have a phone. Basically, the dead phone is just going to act for us here because I'm using my phone to do this filming. So since we're doing the filming, it is here, and I'm not going to show how it actually turns on and it shows the charging. I don't know how to do that without having a phone to show you. I could take out my laptop, but I think this is enough to get you an idea of how this works and that it works. Maybe I'll go and get my laptop. I don't know. Let's see how this goes. I do need a little bit more coffee, so please be patient as I drink another sip of this coffee early in the morning. My son is asleep right now, so I'm doing this video as he sleeps in this morning. He's 13 years old, so anyway, here is the box of the power inverter. And so it does come with instructions. As engineers, we really like to read our instructions. So if you like them, they're right here. So I'm going to put them over here nicely. It'll do well right there. So anyway, we're going to take this out and see the first thing that comes out. It's a big thing, and it's a power inverter. It is a beauty. So here you can see it has terminals for the power battery. So it's going to go into connect directly into our lithium battery that looks like a car battery. And so here you have those USB connections that I showed you that you can actually use for charging your phone. And then here is an on and off switch. The battery doesn't have an indicator of how charged it is, so it's similar to the batteries that you buy that are the regular batteries, the little tube batteries, so it doesn't really tell you how charged they are. You do need to measure it, I think I read, with a multimeter to see the voltage, to see if it's charging correctly. And then it has the 2 outlets that are your wall outlets that are called AC power. That is very important when you're looking these things up, or you go directly to the store and you can hold the box in your hand and you can read it. It is very awesome that way, and it is very exciting. I really love it. Anyway, we are going to take these things off so we can connect the charger, and I have to take them out first. So anyway, I'm going to get the box and we are going to take the rest of the accessories out. And here you see this is a connector to your battery. These terminals go directly, you can't really see them. These terminals go directly into your battery, or they can go to solar power, and here we're actually going to put it to the power inverter. These we're going to use in the battery. So there's different ways to use it, and so I'm not going to go over how to use it in a different way, just the normal direct way from the box. And then there is the power charger that I dropped, so I have to pick it up. So this is the car charger. You can connect it directly to your car lighter, and then you have power. And you can use the lithium power to the lithium battery to charge it in your car. So if you're out camping or you're gonna go camping, connect your battery before you get there, and then you have a full life battery. It should last a few hours, the battery, depending on your application that you're using. So anyway, we're going to put this over here. We're not going to use this in this video. So there's the box. So this is my lithium battery. Like I said, it's very awesome. I'm going to open it and take it up. The first thing you're going to see is actually a little bag. Maybe it's at the bottom, but here in my battery you're going to see a little bag, and it has two connectors that are kind of the terminals of the battery. There are spares, so I'm going to show them in the battery. I haven't had to use the spares yet, so I don't know how hard they are to actually put in. So here in the battery, if you look at it, it is really beautiful and it is small. I think it says it's about 2 or 3 pounds. The more amps, not the voltage, the more amps, the heavier the battery. So here you can see that it has red and black. We are going to go with black and black and red. That's very important. I always think during the years when I think of batteries, I'm like, well, how do they go? You have to match black with red or red with black, or is it the same colors? So remember, same colors, so you match with the same color. So they have these plastic things to protect the battery of losing charge. You're not going to be shocked by it or anything like that. People think you get shocked because they tell you these things about car batteries. So it does make one afraid of car batteries, but I think that just by touching them, nothing's going to happen. So I'm going to put down these plastic things, and it does have this little baggie so you don't lose them. They're very important. So the battery also, if you're not using it long term and you want to protect the battery, you can put it in your refrigerator in a plastic bag, probably a gallon bag that they sell at the grocery store. That looks something like this, but it's to put in your freezer things or something like that, or storage bags for your food. And then you put it in there, you close it very well, you wrap it around. Maybe you want to put the double one, I don't know. But it says that you do that, that's the way I would do it. If it is important to me, other than that, nobody tells you how well it works or how to store it exactly how. So anyway, now that we have all these things out, I'm going to, like I said, take this red one off first. It's a little knob that it has like a little screw thing. So it screws on. So don't lose it. I need to put it away because I'm going to use it. So now you need this to go to the battery. So I'm going to use red with red, and I'm going to connect it to red right here. And you can turn it around so that it comes up, because then you have to do it a little bit tight and then it doesn't move. This is for cars and things like mechanical, so it is very sturdy. Nothing happens to it. They're just wires, so don't be afraid to just use it however you want to. If it is fragile and it breaks, it is low quality, so go take it back to the store and get a different brand. So then I'm doing the black one. It is also a screw, and I'm just gonna use it here and put it through the other wire, the black wire. It is hanging like that because I didn't go ahead and take off the zip ties There already has 2 zip ties. I think that they're fine there. Then you will lose your terminals. If you lose one, then you can't connect anything. You can't connect your power inverter, and you cannot connect things to, if you have them by itself, and using it with your lithium battery. You can find all these accessories at Walmart, or like I said, other stores that are like for camping or for fishing and things like that, if they have things for boats. So the batteries actually is in the boat section. If you go to the camping stores or Cabela's or something like that, bass shop or base shop, I don't know, the fish thing. I do speak Spanish as my first language since I was born in Mexico and I grew up in Los Angeles. So sometimes I don't know how to pronounce some words, so please forgive me. We're learning about engineering and not about my accent or how I say things, so that is how things go. Anyway, I'm going to screw this back in here. And so I think that is good enough. So I'm going to tell you that I'm going to click here, and it doesn't turn colors. It should turn green, that it has power. So it's an off and on button. So now I'm going to go over to my battery, and I'm going to connect it. Let's see if you can see it. So I'm going to, maybe I can carry it. I think there's very easily carryable. So here I'm going to put red with red. I do have to be a little bit careful because once I connect it, if the black gets the red, there is a little spark, and then we are scared. So if you grew up in the 80s and 90s, there were batteries everywhere, and children used to get the little batteries and kind of lick them, and that's bad. And then you'll get a little spark and things like that. It's a spark like that. Anyway, red with red, and then black with black. And so if my battery is charged properly, then it should be able to turn it on. So there we go, and it's making a beautiful sound. I don't know if you can hear it. Where is it? What's that? Anyway, so it's green and it is working. So now it's just easy. You connect anything that you want, and then you just connect it. And that's it. You should charge your phone. Like I said, I can't show you because I am doing it with the video with my phone. But maybe I'll run inside the house and get my laptop computer. I don't know, but I do have to take a sip of my coffee again. It's a beautiful morning to do engineering work as a mathematician. So anyway, I'm gonna go get that laptop. So I'm back with my laptop. This part is not so interesting, it's just regular power. You power your stuff. So let's see. I think that's good enough. And then I can go ahead. I think I can do the charger thing. So I'm going to see how I'm going to get my phone connected. And here is what I'm going to connect. It's a regular thing that goes in the wall. So I'm going to get my power inverter, and I'm going to connect my computer. So I'm going to bring my computer over, and then you're going to see there, I think you can see that it says that it's charging. So I think I can go and click on the battery thing. I think I need to log in. Give me a second. And so it says here, my battery is fully charged at 100%, but you can see that it is charging. As I had it right now connected, it said 99%, and now it's 100%. So it wasn't very discharged. Now I need to make sure that it's charged. So anyway, that is all. We have the power inverter with the lithium battery, and the sky is the limit. You can use different things, different applications, and so the lithium battery is very important. But don't forget, you can use solar, so you can figure out how to connect a solar panel to this power inverter. You are golden. You can just carry in your car and go camping and travel the world. Anyway, see you next time. I'm Minerva Goree, or Minerva Isabel Goree, like a lot of people know me. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.